On number 7 and 8, we're finding the measure of the arc or the angle that's indicated. We're assuming that lines that appear to be tangent are tangent. We don't have any tangents on either one of these. None of these appear to just touch the circle in one point. So on number 7, we're being asked to find this angle. Remember, when you're finding the angle, you care about where its vertex is. And the vertex of this angle is point E, which is inside the circle. So we're going to learn or use the relationship that we learned. The angle that's inside the circle is always half of the sum of the two arcs that it intercepts. So when we're talking about two arcs, we're talking about the fact that this angle and this angle on this side are the same measure since they're vertical to each other. So we're looking at these chords, FH and LG, forming them. So the arcs that we're talking about are between the F and G, which here is 137 degrees, and between the L and H, which is 65 degrees. So these are the two arcs we're going to want to add and find half of to find that angle. So our angle that we're being asked for is the half of the sum, which means to add 137 and 65 together. So when I add 137 to 65, I get 202, and so we want 1/2 of 202. We take half of that, which is 101. So our angle that we're wanting is 101 degrees. On number 8, this is our angle we're wanting. And again, we care about where is its vertex. Well, the vertex of that angle is point R, which is outside the circle. So we're going to use the relationship that we learned for angles whose vertices are outside the circle, which is the angle is half the difference of the two arcs, which means we're going to be subtracting. So we have to know what two arcs we're talking about here. So this angle, the side comes along to point Q and P, and on this side it comes to points S and L. So the two arcs we're wanting, the first one is between L and P, which is 135 degrees. The other one is between S and Q, which is 53 degrees. So our angle is 1/2 the difference of those two arcs, which means subtract. Always put the bigger one minus the smaller one. You won't ever get a negative answer there because it's always big arc minus small arc. So we're going to do 135 minus 53, and we get 82. But remember, we want half of the difference. So 1/2 of 82, which is 82 divided by 2, which is 41 degrees. So our angle is 41 degrees.